community is grieving. Texas is grieving, but strong. As we clear debris and try to put our lives back together, we know a lot of you have questions, and for the next hour, we'll have answers to many of the questions you are asking.
And quite a few of those questions are now coming in about apartments. Jeremy Rogalski is spending the day with some residents who are worried. Jeremy, what do you have?
Not only worried, Jason and Sherman, but confused as well with questions like, can my landlord evict me? What kind of notice is required that I should receive? Can I, as a tenant, break my lease? Well, for thousands whose rental units are completely unlivable, leasing laws are very clear. Morant has no choice but to pack up and get out. What have they done with your lease?
They just told us that it would be terminated effective today.
She says she got 5 days notice to leave. Not a whole lot of time when your life's been turned upside down. But under the law, when a rental unit is no longer livable, that's all that's required.
Now I have to go and try to find another place to stay on top of that. So it's very frustrating.
But in the same Meyerland apartment complex, there's 76-year-old Martha Prater.
If you can stand the smell.
She let us inside, but with a warning of the awful moldy smell. Prater says the landlord is being lenient with the rent due date, but is still demanding she stay and pay.
I couldn't stay in here. You cannot live in here with this oil. The smell get off into your lungs.
The mold.
Yes, the mold. That's what it is, the mold.
This is all new to a lot of people.
The Houston Apartment Association's Howard Bookstaff says in a disaster, the law can work on the tenant side too.
If you feel as though your unit's totally uninhabitable, you have the right, you as a resident have the right to give written notice to terminate the lease.
While that can free you up financially, for so many the question remains, where do you go from here?
I really don't know.
Now, what happens if your apartment has sustained damage, but it still is livable? Well, in those cases, experts tell us you can request a reduction in rent, but if your landlord doesn't agree to that, you're likely going to have to hash that out in court. The one takeaway in all of this, until you receive a lease modification or termination in writing, legally, you're still required to pay. Standing for Houston, I'm Jeremy Rogalski with KHOU.
Hey, Jeremy, with so many folks out of their homes there, are people flocking to apartments nearby?
It is a mad scramble, Sherman, as you can expect. In apartment complexes where, hundreds may have been displaced, they're filling up other vacancies. Where there are other vacancies, they're getting gobbled up. One apartment complex, brand new, not too far from here, sold out by mid last week. So that's the situation here.
All right, Jeremy Rogalski out in the Meyerland area. Thank you so much.